Feel like I'm doing some really, really good work. I feel like I understand my story.
A very good morning to you. Hi, I'm Anthony. This is day 15 of walking around Bali. I'm walking in search of truth, in my own understanding of my childhood abuse, my suffering, and the challenge that those things have brought me through life brings me to this place of wonder, a self-esteem that has really, really taken a beating, and my abandonment issues and my abuse that happened to me as a child. All these things have made my character. While I see the world in a place of love, I come from a place of trauma and suffering, and my mother, who is a narcissist, taught me to serve up and be empathetic to everything else other than myself. I need to unpack all those things to make way for how I see myself and how I can love myself and accept myself through understanding myself, becoming my authentic self, and then returning that love into the world. And by sharing love and seeing love from a place of authenticity, I'm able to then meet whoever's in front of me and just see them for who they are and love them from a place of understanding myself, rather than from a place of control and a place of self-loathing and a place of abandonment and a place of all these things that have held me captive, rather than love. Sharing love and being love and operating from a place of love, authentic truth is achieved. And meeting someone in a place where they arrive in front of me, being able to discuss with them what is ailing them from not from a place of judgment, but from a place of love, feels like the most incredible experience. I've practiced this a couple of times, and I'm trying to make it my deepest truth by removing and killing off all the parts of me that prevent love from existing in its natural form and its natural place within inside me. My brother died recently. Yesterday was the 1 month anniversary of us putting him in the ground. And a little while after the funeral, I got a message from my mother saying that she was really, really sick and she needed to see me and my eldest brother. And we made arrangements that same day to meet with her. And we told her, we'll meet with you. And we had a time and a place. And then she said, no, she's too tired. She can't meet with us. And my brother and I were very confused by this, because she said she's really sick and in a matter of urgency, she needed to see us, but then she couldn't see us. And then so I sent her a message, and I've sent her subsequently quite a few messages, because this is very confusing to me. Is she sick? And if she's sick, what's wrong with her? And she doesn't reply. It's as if that story never ever happened. And that is a terrible wound to inflict on your child, as I'm sure you can understand and imagine. What's the truth? What's the essence of the story? I just want to give you some backstory. My relationship with my mother is very, very strained. She doesn't believe that she's done anything to me, and she doesn't communicate with me, and she doesn't take any interest in me. She doesn't know what I do with my life. She doesn't even know that I'm in Bali at the moment, walking around Bali, searching for myself. She has no clue as to what my professional career was all about. She has no clue as to what my love life has been all about. She has no interest and understanding in who I am as a person. And we don't communicate. We don't see each other. And we haven't spoken to each other face to face properly for quite some time. And at the funeral of my brother recently, I even asked her to not speak to me and to not touch me, which is something that I'm desperately trying to overcome. How is it possible that a son says that kind of thing to his mother? But all the teachings about a narcissist tells me that I need to, as the son of a narcissist, just forget about that relationship and move on. And I believe that from a place of love, one should not. One needs to really unpack the self to a place of love and authenticity. And then it doesn't matter who's in front of you, and it doesn't matter what they've done to you. You can meet them from a place of love. And this is my intention with my mother. Is it a lie? how am I supposed to respond to that? This is a perfect example of so many other stories that have been made up and then swept under the carpet and causing confusion, and the validation that I speak about is so present. How do I validate myself as a human being in understanding who I am from a place of love when those kinds of patterns have brought me to my knees so often in a place of lack, in a place of misunderstanding and miscommunication, a lack of communication and a lack of love? How is it possible in recognizing that those things exist in my patterning and unpacking them and replacing them from a place of love, and with love, I feel like I'm proceeding forward in a truer, most authentic way of tackling the world. Those choices weren't my choices. I was just following through with what I was taught as a child by my parents, which has been the most incredible, excruciating struggle. But I don't want that for myself anymore, and that's why I'm on this journey, walking through Bali and doing what I'm doing today, sitting here, taking a day where I'm not walking, I'm just sitting, I'm doing research on the internet, and I'm sharing my story with you. I've come to understand that life is fleeting, and I have no secrets. And by being able to share, and by choosing to share my story, my intention is to assist or serve any one of you that is traveling through life with rubber bands around your character, and just struggling with suffering and not understanding why, to such a point that you just believe that everything that's happening with you is just the way it's supposed to be, and there's no way out, and you're living in acceptance of all of that, but know that there's something wrong. And yes, it takes time, and yes, it takes hard work, but it is possible. Because I was told to go to my room, and because I was told I'm stupid, and because I wasn't validated, and because I was at the top of the list ignored, speaking my truth and being able to share is something that I'm only learning recently. There's patterns inside me that will still take time to unpack, but bearing witness to them, like I've said before, and unpacking them is really, really helping. And having you comment on them, and having you come from a place of your own authenticity and love, and sharing with me your stories. And for those of you that have, I'm really, really, really grateful. I understand that sometimes sharing your stories on a public platform is not the easiest thing to do. So those that have shared privately, thank you so much. I read somewhere that healing starts when you get family out of you. And I struggle with this saying. I understand it's important to get the family that is the narcissist and the shameful and the abuse and all that kind of thing out of you, but your family is you. And understanding who your family is and respecting them from a place of love and acceptance and allowance is the best way that I can serve myself. Serving myself is ultimately how I'm trying to understand the story and become love. I feel like I'm doing some really, really good work. I feel like I understand my story, and I feel like I can see where my story is heading. And from that same place that I see my story, I wish for you nothing but the best. I wish you see your story, and I wish you're able to unpack your story. And I really, really, truly hope that me sharing my story serves you with yours. Have a beautiful day. And I just want to remind you, if you haven't spoken to someone that you love, that you really, really, really want to, but you can't, just pick up the phone. Just pick up the phone and give that person a call. Just phone and say hi. How you doing? What's going on? And then listen. Lots of love. Blessings.